Basketball Talk Pro. My name is Ron Ekker. Well, the last time we met, we showed you the Ivy Lee method, which a lot of people are starting to put into effect, and I'm happy for that. That was given to us by Steve Pankowski, who saw it and thought it was something for Basketball Talk Pro, and especially the coach's course. And Ron Ashwald, who is also one of our coaches in the coaching course, saw something on the same day that he thought would be good, and he sent it to me, and I want to share that with you right now. And this is about Kobe Bryant. And it's about Kobe Bryant, but more than that, it's about the difference between mediocre and greatness. And I just want you to hear this in the way that it was presented, because I couldn't present it any better. And it's real life. This is a story related by a trainer that was invited to come to do conditioning with the USA team that Kobe was on, with LeBron and Wade, Durant, and all those guys who went over and really did a great job and won the Olympics. That trainer wrote this, and I'm going to read it to you. And so you need to pay attention. I was invited to Las Vegas to help Team USA with their conditioning before they headed off to London for the Olympics. I've had the opportunity to work with Carmelo Anthony and Dwayne Wade in the past, but this would be my first interaction with Kobe. The night before the first scrimmage, I had just watched Casablanca for the first time, and it was about 3:30 a.m. A few minutes later, I was in bed, slowly fading away, when I heard my cell ring. It was Kobe. I nervously picked up. Kobe says, "Hey, Rob, I hope I'm not disturbing anything, right?" And Rob says, "No, what's up, Kobe?" And he says, "Just wondering if you could help me out with some conditioning work, that's all." I checked my clock, 4:15 a.m. "Yeah, sure, I'll see you in the facility in a bit." It took me about 20 minutes to get my gear and get out of the hotel. When I arrived and opened the room to the main practice floor, I saw Kobe, alone. He was drenched in sweat, as if he had just taken a swim. It wasn't even 5 a.m. We did some conditioning work for the next hour and 15 minutes. Then we entered the weight room, where he would do a multitude of strength training exercises for the next 45 minutes. After that, we parted ways. He went back to the practice floor to shoot. I went back to the hotel and crashed. Wow. I was expected to be at the floor again at about 11 a.m. I woke up feeling sleepy, drowsy, and pretty much every side effect of sleep deprivation, thanks to Kobe. I had a bagel and headed to the practice facility. The next part I remember very vividly. All of the Team USA players were there. LeBron was talking to Carmelo. Coach K was trying to explain something to Kevin Durant. On the right side of the practice facility, Kobe was by himself shooting jumpers. I went over to him, patted him on the back, and said, "Good work this morning." He looked at me and said, "Huh?" "Like the conditioning, good work." "Oh, yeah, thanks, Rob, I really appreciate it. So when did you finish?" "Finish what?" "Getting your shots up. What time did you leave the facility?" Kobe said, Oh, just now. I wanted 800 makes. So yeah, just now. For those of you keeping track at home, Kobe started his conditioning work around 4:30 a.m., continued to run and sprint until 6 a.m., lifted weights from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., and finally proceeded to make 800 jump shots between 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. That's approximately 6.5 hours of work. Next paragraph. Oh yeah, and then Team USA had practice. He still had practice and a scrimmage. You know, it isn't so much the time, because time meant nothing to Kobe. It was his purpose, the intensity of his practice, over 8 hours that day. But that was nothing new for Kobe Bryant. That was just another day of getting himself ready. I wonder if you think back a little bit to either your high school playing or your college playing, if you were fortunate enough to play in college. What if you had been like Kobe Bryant? What if you had put the time into the game that Kobe Bryant had? You know, you probably would have been a much better high school player, maybe even good enough to go to college. And in college, you would have been a much better college player, and maybe even good enough to play in the NBA with this kind of a work ethic. You think it's just that Kobe Bryant could jump high and run fast? We found out from Chris Mullen that didn't deter him. Well, you kind of blew it when you were in high school and college, because you probably could have been much, much better. You could have maybe made a mark for yourself that would have been something that meant something to you the rest of your life. So you let that slip by. Now you're a coach. Don't let that slip by. I wonder what you would feel like if you had Kobe Bryant for a player. Now, you're going to say, oh, wow, we really have a good team with Kobe Bryant. Are you kidding me? Yeah, well, it might not be as much fun as you think. It might not be as pleasant as you think. When a Kobe Bryant or a Michael Jordan put in the time that they put in, do you think they're going to be willing to permit mediocrity? You come into practice 5 minutes before practice starts, your shirt's hanging out, you aren't prepared, you don't know what you're doing. How do you think it would affect Kobe Bryant if he heard you say, well, I think we're going to run some of these, and then and obviously you weren't ready? You wouldn't want to coach Kobe Bryant unless you were putting in the same kind of time that he was. Why would he accept that? He was doing what he should have done, what he should be doing to reach greatness. He expects greatness of everybody around him. Well, think about that, because don't let your coaching career slip by because you aren't willing to put in the time. You know, we have a coaches class. Not a lot of people signed up for it. But that coaching class could make a big difference. Yeah, you have to put some time in on it. You'd have to work at it. Not only that, you'd have to come up with a little money. Not much, just a little money that you probably spend more, 2 or 3 times that amount doing nothing. But it could reach you so that you can go to a different level. Maybe get a better job so your family has more that they can live on. Life just gets a little better every step up. But this is what it costs. This is the real price of greatness. You can go ahead through your life just hanging on and accepting mediocrity. But the Kobe Bryants couldn't. The Michael Jordans couldn't. The Durants can't. The LeBrons can't. And that's why they're there. You could be there. Well, that's it for this time. And thanks for listening. It was a great story.